It's only on 10, a real reversal of fortune for Pawtucket firefighters sent packing on drug allegations that rocked the department. In fact, the I-team tells us some of them are back at work. I'm Gene Valicenti.
Good evening, I'm Patrice Wood. One has even earned a promotion. Brian Crandall is here with the exclusive new developments. Brian?
Patrice, Gene, and all, the city fired 6 firefighters a year ago and 3 others retired. 1 resigned and has since been criminally charged. Now, the 6 who were canned challenged their firings. I've now learned at least 4 of them are getting their jobs back. The other 2 still could. And now, for the first time, the city of Pawtucket is giving some detail about the accusations it made against the 10 firefighters. That's after I asked about the status of the fired firefighters. The city now tells me, quote, allegations involve the use, purchase, or sale of marijuana, both on and off duty.
So if 10 firefighters were involved, that's almost 10% of the fire department. So I would say that that's pretty much a ring within the fire department of that purchase of illegal narcotics.
While we've previously reported the drug connection, the city until now has not said publicly why it fired 6 firefighters and 4 others retired or resigned last spring, or named them. In November, I reported the names of the 6 fired firefighters as they filed a lawsuit against the city claiming they were wrongfully terminated. In December, now former firefighter Terrence O'Neill was charged with delivering marijuana between 2022 and 2023 to 3 other men that NBC 10 had learned were also former Pawtucket firefighters. Now, the mayor's office tells me it reached settlements with 3 of the fired firefighters through their union, leading to their return. Stephen Gomes was back on the payroll January 1st, Thomas Trabulsi on March 15th, and Noah LeBlanc has a return date of October 16th. The settlements with those firefighters include drug testing and probationary periods. Meanwhile, the 3 other fired firefighters went to arbitration with the city. Jonathan Sundquist and Loretto Guglietta remain terminated as they await the outcome. But Clinton Lyles returned to work a week ago. I've learned an arbitrator reduced his punishment to a 60-day suspension, which means he gets back pay for the last 10 months he was out. In the arbitration ruling I obtained, Lyles was accused of texting a fellow firefighter in 2022 if he could buy an ounce of smoke, and then bought it at the other firefighter's house. Lyles then went to work a day and a half later. The ruling notes there is no evidence that he used marijuana on the job or came to work under the influence of marijuana.
We were disappointed. We don't necessarily agree with it.
The firefighters union posted on social media that Lyles is being promoted to a lieutenant tomorrow. Pawtucket Police Chief and Acting Public Safety Director Tina Gonsalves fired the firefighters. Do you think the city was overzealous in firing all them?
I do not. I think that the city has to take a very strong stance, especially when it comes to public safety.
Are you concerned about these guys coming back to work?
So obviously I have concerns, and that's why there are conditions put on their return.
I believe they inflated the accusations.
Eric Cordero is the firefighters union president. Acknowledge that they did do something wrong?
Oh, absolutely.
Is this kind of the right battle to pick, defending these guys who are firefighters, supposed to be public safety, and they might have been using drugs, potentially some of them at work, or at least connections through work?
Yeah, absolutely. The union nor myself condone any drug use while on duty at all.
But the union didn't think they should be fired. Now, the city is paying one of the firefighters it settled with more than $12,000 in back pay. The other 2 aren't getting any. The city says it doesn't yet have the figure on how much back pay Lyles will now get or how much they've paid out in legal fees.